Bakong is the first great pyramid or mountain temple constructed in sandstone under the Khmer Empire, located at Angkor near present-day Siem Reap in Cambodia. Bakong, to be spoken with a long O, in Roluos, is situated 13 km east-southeast of Siem Reap. The main entrance is a causeway from the east, and the causeway is decorated with two seven-headed serpents called Nagas, their huge bodies forming the balustrades. The Bakong was surrounded by an outer moat, an enclosure of 900 meters length and 700 meters width, but not conspicuously. Not much is left of this original exterior wall and moat. You may see the exterior moat on this Google map photo, but the 60-meter wide second moat, 450 meter by 400 meter, close to the visitors' car park, is well kept and still impressive, even compared to temples in Angkor. The Bakong temple was built at the behest of Indravarman I and consecrated in 881. Bakong is historically remarkable as it became a kind of prototype for the typical Khmer temple pyramid, also called Temple Mountain or Step Pyramid. Bakong was the state or imperial temple of its time, dedicated to the king's Shiva lingam. Roluos II in the early 9th century is considered to be the founder of the dawning Angkor Empire, now called Cambodia Desa, Kambu's descendants' land. But Indravarman I, from 877 to 889, is the first Khmer king of the now beginning Angkor era, whose achievements are documented beyond doubt, namely by his own inscriptions and by clearly attributed architectural masterpieces such as Bakong and Preko. The main structure, of course, is the central temple mountain built of sandstone rocks. It is 67 meter long and 65 meter wide and 14 meter high. Unusual rectangular pavilion gates with pitched roofs and gable ends, and which semicircular moonstone thresholds give access to axial stairways on each side. Lions guard the 4 flights of steps. The central tower at the top of the pyramid has one opening to the east, with a pediment above its doorway depicting Vishnu Anantasayin, or the birth of Brahma, with side walls adorned with deity reliefs flanked by ornate pilasters. Note the unique characters at the bottom of those pilasters. The other 3 sides featured false doors, again flanked by a deity, ornate pilasters, and doorways topped by lintels, albeit very decayed. The central prasat, now dominating the silhouette of the whole Bakong pyramid, was a later addition in the Angkor Wat style of the 12th century, then replacing the meanwhile ruined original prasat. It enshrined a Shiva lingam called Indravarman, combining the names of King Indravarman and the god Ishvara, Lord of the world, meaning Shiva. A lingam, phallus of Shiva, was a main symbol of imperial power. Most of the important Khmer kings built their own new Shiva temple pyramids, dedicated to their personal royal Shiva lingam. In the inner temple enclosure of 160 meters by 120 meters, there are remains of 4 entrance gates, called gopurams, at the 4 cardinal points, 2 chapels on either side of the temple avenue. Furthermore, 6 square buildings with air vents near the corners of the enclosure. The 2 in the west are ruined. 8 brick towers on platforms encircling the main temple mountain are arranged symmetrically, some of which have collapsed. They are dedicated to the 8 aspects of Shiva. Their walls bear traces of masterpieces of stucco. The best preserved are on the western towers. The most beautiful door decorations are those at the northeast prasat, but the best preserved linels are at the western towers. Originally they were plastered on the outside and contained figures of Dwarapalas and avatars, a few of which have survived. The 5 tiers of the temple represent the 5 levels of the Mount Meru, with their respective mythical inhabitants: Naga serpents, Garuda birds, Rakshasa demons, Yaksha tree spirits, and Deva gods respectively. On the fourth tier, there are 12 small sandstone towers arranged regularly. They once enshrined lingams. Remains of bas-relief sculptures on the walls of the uppermost tier are remarkable as first examples of such Khmer bas-reliefs. Originally, carvings covered a much larger part of the walls. Only a panel depicting Ashura demons losing a fight on the south side is in comparatively good condition. The upper tiers of the temple are narrower and less high than the lower ones. This is a trick of Paul's perspective. The pyramid appears higher than it really is. Statues of elephants face outwards on the corners of the 3 lower tiers of the 5-level temple pyramid. Their size is diminished from tier to tier too. The elephant statues guard the corners of the levels, while the lion statues guard all the stairways. While reconstruction could not bring the temple back from the ruin completely, it did manage to showcase some of the temple's architectural highlights. The elephant and lion statues that feature on the temple's pyramid rank high among those highlights. One of the biggest perks of visiting Bakong Temple, Cambodia, is the lack of crowds. While Angkor Wat can see thousands of visitors daily, Bakong might welcome just a few dozen, spread throughout its spacious grounds. In a world where Instagram famous spots are crowded with selfie takers, Bakong remains an oasis of authenticity. All over in Angkor I noticed these shallow holes in the large sandstones, and I suppose they were for use of bamboo tools and ropes to help during transport and construction. The best time to visit Bakong Temple complex is the early morning. The late afternoon hours are good too. We found that Bakong felt more authentic and meaningful than our visit to the more famous sites. There's something special about climbing ancient steps with only the sounds of nature around you. Somehow it creates a connection to and understanding for the past that's harder to feel when surrounded by tour groups.